Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's beer.
The Joker's declaration to Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight reveals his function as a philosophical stress test for Gotham's moral systems. While undeniably brutal in his methods, the Joker's social experiments consistently expose hypocrisy in Gotham's institutions and citizens. Throughout the film, the Joker makes claims about human nature that the narrative repeatedly validates. When he predicts that people will abandon morality when it becomes inconvenient, the fairy scene initially seems set to prove him right, until a last-minute subversion. When he states that Batman's moral code is a bad joke dropped at the first sign of trouble, he's proven partially correct as Batman resorts to privacy-violating surveillance to find him. The Joker's most disturbing victory comes through Harvey Dent's transformation into Two-Face. By orchestrating Rachel's death and Dent's disfigurement, the Joker demonstrates how easily Gotham's White Knight abandons justice for vengeance when personally affected, proving his point that moral codes are luxuries abandoned under pressure. What makes the Joker's position unsettling is that Batman and Commissioner Gordon ultimately validate his critique of societal hypocrisy. By covering up Dent's crimes and creating a noble lie, they engage in exactly the kind of moral compromise the Joker predicted. When Gordon states, "Because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now," he's acknowledging that Gotham's citizens can't handle the truth, exactly as the Joker claimed. The Joker loses the battle, but wins a philosophical victory. He forces Gotham's heroes to compromise their ideals, proving his point that moral systems crumble under pressure, and that society's order rests on convenient fictions rather than genuine justice.
I saved you.
No. No. We were happy on my home planet.
Going to bed hungry, scrounging for scraps. Your planet was on the brink of collapse. I'm the one who stopped that. Do you know what's happened since then? The children born have known nothing but full bellies and clear skies. It's a paradise.
Because you murdered half the planet.
A small price to pay for salvation.
You're insane.
Little one, it's a simple calculus. This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
When Thanos speaks these words to Gamora in Avengers: Infinity War, he reveals the core of his philosophy: overpopulation leads to suffering, and someone must make difficult choices for the greater good. While his solution, randomly eliminating half of all life, is undeniably extreme, his diagnosis wasn't entirely wrong. Throughout the MCU, we witness Thanos' homeworld Titan destroyed by resource depletion and overpopulation. His concern about finite resources reflects very real ecological anxieties in our world. Modern environmental scientists continue to debate planetary carrying capacity and sustainable population levels. Thanos, having witnessed firsthand the collapse of his civilization, carries the trauma of seeing his warnings ignored until it was too late. His methodology is obviously unethical, but his recognition of existential resource scarcity represents a brutal utilitarian calculation. When he claims his plan is random, dispassionate, fair to rich and poor alike, he genuinely believes he's implementing the most equitable solution possible. Rather than targeting specific populations or favoring elites, his approach embodies a twisted form of egalitarianism. What makes Thanos compelling is that he gains no personal benefit from his mission. Unlike villains seeking power or wealth, he destroys the Infinity Stones after completing his goal, retires to farm life, and accepts his eventual death. He sacrifices everything he loves, including Gamora, demonstrating his genuine, if misguided, commitment to what he perceives as the greater good.
Teta, speak.
I'm standing in your house, serving justice to a man who stole your vibranium and murdered your people. Justice your king couldn't deliver.
I don't care that you brought Claw. Only reason I don't kill you where you stand is because I know who you are. Now what do you want?
I want the throne.
Hey, you, the tuna.
Y'all sitting up here comfortable. Must feel good. It's about 2 billion people all over the world that looks like us, but their lives are a lot harder. Wakanda has the tools to liberate them all.
And what tools are those?
Vibranium. Your weapons.
Our weapons will not be used to wage war on the world. It is not our way to be judge, jury, and executioner for people who are not our own.
Not your own. But didn't life start right here on this continent? So ain't all people your people?
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda. And it is my responsibility to make sure our people are safe and that vibranium does not fall into the hands of a person like you.
Son, we have entertained the charlatan for too long. Reject his request.
Oh, I ain't requesting nothing. Ask who I am.
You're Eric Stevens, an American black operative, a mercenary nicknamed Killmonger. That's who you are.
That's not my name, princess. Ask me, king.
No.
Ask me.
Take him away.
Ungubani, Indingu, Njadaka. Unyanaka Njobu.
Huh? Unyana kandobu.
I found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. You ain't the son of a king, you a son of a murderer.
Uyabosisa. Lies.
I'm afraid not, Queen Mother.
What? You indanda toka njobu.
Hey, auntie.
When Eric Killmonger confronts T'Challa and the Wakandan Council with these words, he highlights centuries of oppression that Wakanda could have prevented. As the son of a Wakandan prince abandoned in Oakland, Killmonger embodies the painful legacy of African diaspora communities who struggled while the technologically advanced nation of Wakanda remained hidden and isolationist. Killmonger's grievances are rooted in historical truths. African nations were colonized, their resources plundered, and their people enslaved, while Wakanda, with technology that could have changed the course of history, chose isolation. His anger at this betrayal is entirely justified. What child wouldn't feel rage knowing their ancestral homeland possessed the means to protect their people but chose not to? His personal journey, from abandoned child to MIT graduate to Black Ops soldier, gives him intimate knowledge of global inequality and oppression. When he states that the world's going to start over and this time we're on top, he articulates a vision of redistributive justice fueled by centuries of historical wrongs. His methods of violent overthrow and arming oppressed communities worldwide would cause chaos, but his core criticism of Wakanda's isolationism proves so compelling that T'Challa ultimately adopts a version of Killmonger's vision, establishing outreach programs and sharing technology with the world.